about the mouse in the piano. There is a mouse in your piano, or is there? What does a mouse do in a piano? How does a mouse destroy a piano? And how do you get a mouse out of a piano? I found a mouse in a piano this week. And I don't think I have the picture, but nobody usually knows there's a mouse in the piano until the piano tuner shows up. So for you piano tuners out there, for you piano people, if you get a piano used and you open up the bottom board and you see what you see in a piano, if the mouse is in the piano, is a bunch of, like just a big nest of felt, okay? Felt. So first of all, what do you do? How are you going to mess with it? Whatever. I'll tell you that in 1 second. Check this out. I want to show you guys right now that Apex Piano has a mentorship, and you can start the mentorship. You can learn how to tune pianos. You can learn how to do business, learn how to voice. You can become certified, and we are the only trade organization that offers a streamlined process which allows you to join, certify, and grow. That's it. It's APTN. Go to apexpiano.com and check out. You can start the mentorship right now for just $19 a month, which gives you all the content, all the amazing content. I'm Eric Roberts, and I'm your mentor. So maybe you guys find open up and you find there's a mouse in the piano. Now, what I found was a giant ball of felt. Okay, it was just like massive, like nest inside the left side. As I took the key cover off to tune it, I two screws out, pulled it up, and there it is, a big old nest of from a mouse. So I bring the client in when they were later. I'm like, look at the mouse. They didn't know the mouse was there at all, and most times they won't know. What they do know is that this piano's sort of ringing. Something's ringing. Okay, so you go and you look at. I realized the mouse had eaten all, and I do have I have the pictures of this. They ate all of the dampers off of the piano. I mean, all the damper felt off the piano. I'm going to try to get this and give you guys a good view of it, because I took 2 pictures and I don't have this. I didn't think about this before I started the video. So, but basically, here's the mouse nest. Okay, so we'll go through this. We'll go through this one by one. Here's the mouse nest. Okay, it's a little tiny nest right there. It's inside the piano. Okay, that's the mouse nest. And then here is a picture of all of their dampers eaten off. So they've eaten all the dampers off. All the dampers gone. Bam. See that? Now, that's what a damper should look like. I got to another piano, and here's what dampers should look like. Okay? So let's see if I can hold that up to you. Let's see if that's what dampers should look like. They're real thick. They're soft, little fuzzy damper type things right there. But their piano, I'll show you what their piano looked like after the mouse had taken all of the damper felt and eaten it off. Their damper felts looked like this. So they were missing most of the dampers, see? And they were just sort of, and he had eaten all of that off and put it in this nest right here. I'll get a bigger picture of this nest. And that's what it done. It's expensive. It's probably about $600 in damage, and the mouse was just one mouse. They never saw the mouse. I think they knew they had a mouse in there at one point, but they had never seen the mouse. See, that's all the damper felt. So what you can do is I just took and I picked up with a paper towel, and I threw it in the trash. Okay, so it wasn't that hard to clean that part. But mice can do a lot of different damage, though. They can pee on the strings. I've seen pianos. I'll go through some things I've seen. They can pee on the strings. They can die underneath the keys. And I found 3 mice skeletons underneath the piano once, perfectly like intact. I lifted up, they're just skeletons, full out. They'd been there for 10 years. They were totally decomposed, but the skeletons were perfectly in shape. I actually picked them up with a piece of paper, and I'm holding this little mouse skeleton. And my friend was like, "Bring it home. I want the mouse skeleton." So I did. I brought that one home. That did thousands of dollars worth of damage to a brand new piano. It had been living in there, peeing in there, pooping in there, eating, chewing everything in there, and they didn't really know. And they just thought this key was sticky, or that key was sticky, or this note had a buzz on it. And then when you open the piano, it's like a disaster. Okay, disaster. So if you do have a mouse in your piano and you find it, then you got to call a tech, assess the damage, figure out, probably going to have to replace some felts. The other thing I've found in a piano that is hilarious, actually, a really expensive, nice home, I found an entire box of like Quaker Oats. Okay, underneath the key bed of a piano. So on an upright, if you lift up all the keys, you take a couple of the frame pieces off, all the keys lift up, and underneath the keys, there was like an entire box of Quaker Oats in there. Now the person's house, super clean, nice house, not smelly, nothing going on weird like that. But the mouse had just got into the cabinet and got all of the Quaker Oats one by one out of their cereal box, if you can imagine this, over the years, and just stuck them underneath, and they were living under there with the Quaker Oats. Now, I've just been sitting around wondering, like, that's nasty, because what happened to the mouse went and got the Quaker Oats out of the cereal box that we're eating out of. So this just really freaking me out now that I'm talking about it, actually. So you got the mouse eating eating your cereal and taking it and carrying it around and putting it under the piano. So the P in a piano, I've seen half the strings on a grand piano broken off because they peed on the piano, and the mouse peed on the piano and on the strings, and then it just turns into rust and it just destroys the piano, the plate. I've also seen, like, if you see like 20 keys are broken on a piano, and you go, 20 strings, because you look and it's all rusty, it says the piano's been peed on by a mouse. Also, the mouse will run up and down on the hammers, and they will chew off parts of the hammers. The hammer felt's harder, and I don't see them eating a lot of hammers. They eat mostly the softer felt. But they will eat and pee on the hammers. They will pee all over the tops of the hammers. So let's talk about this last part of the video. We'll talk about what happens if you do this. What do you do? You got to clean it. Okay, you got to clean the piano first of all. Now, number one, you don't want to go in there and just start. If it's just a little mouse poop from like 20 years ago, it's fine. Just vacuum it up. But if you think it's more recent, you want to be very careful. Wear masks, wear all the protective gear, use bleach, because the mice have disease, and so you could get a disease by touching that and putting disease in your mouth. Whatever, not that you would do that, but it could happen. Or if it's a really fresh mouse poop and you are using a vacuum and blowing up that dust, you can actually get that in your lungs. That's not good. That's not safe. So every mouse in the piano that I've found has been, you can tell, a long time ago. I mean, you can just kind of look at it and tell it's not been recent. And so you can pretty much just vacuum it all out. You can take Clorox, you can take bleach wipes, whatever. You can do a thorough cleaning of the piano. You can use oils or like WD-40, which I use all the time, but on different parts, just to clean and lubricate, or to get some of the mouse junk off. Sometimes the mice pee on the hammer flange and they get all tight, so you're gonna have to clean that. It can be super expensive rebuild type stuff if the mouse has been in there too long and done so much damage. But in general, you can just vacuum it out, wipe it out, clean it out, disinfect it, blow it out, however you got to do it. The more junk in there, the more deeper you're going to have to take it apart. But you want to always use gloves, breathing stuff. I use specific shop vacs that I don't use in my house. I only use them in the field, so I'll clean those too. Just kind of keep your tools cleaned after you work on this piano, and you want to know that by the time you're done cleaning the piano, that the clients can play the piano and touch the piano and not die from some mouse crap in the piano or feel like they've gotten diseased. So anyway, guys, if you want to learn the piano tuning trade, I'm here for you. I will be glad to help you. You can actually go to Apex Piano, and right now you can see that we have 3 specific courses in our school right now, which is piano tuning course. The Apex Way teaches you how to tune pianos with an electronic tuning device. The Catalyst Marketing course, which is how to build and boost your web business, and the Rapid Voicer, which is from my mentor Jack Hamilton, who's amazing and showed me how to make a lot of extra money and make my clients actually pretty happy just by voicing the piano, which a lot of times some people won't ever touch that. They won't do that. They won't do voicing because they don't know about it. They don't know how to do it. And that's where I came in, and I said, hey, I told my mentor a while back, hey, there's all these young piano tuners coming in and they don't know anything about voicing. And he showed me how to do it, and I was able to put it into this course called the Rapid Voicer Training. We have certification, we have a test, we have a lifetime membership. That's the only piano tuning trade organization I know of or group that you can get lifetime membership, and you can get in. It doesn't take you years and years and years to get in here. There's no waiting period. There's no crazy stuff. There's no huge amounts of fees like some of the other places charge you $300-$400 a year. That is bogus, and we did not do that. All right, so basically you can start the mentorship. It's really simple. It's affordable, and it's all about getting you in the business to actually get your life started on the business. If you want to do piano tuning, welcome to Apex Piano, the Apex Piano Technicians Network. I will see you on the next